Okay, we're waiting on the shuttle to pick us up, but I just wanted to show you real quick like what one day's worth of food looks like. We've been carrying too much food, so we really tried to dial it in this time for the next 3 days, so we'll see how that goes. So we've got like coffee, and then we're doing oatmeal and honey bun for breakfast, and then we're doing like wraps. I'm doing tuna, I think. Are you doing chicken? Matthew's doing chicken. Then we do like a dehydrated meal for dinner, and we're going with 4 snacks for right now. And we'll see if this ends up being enough. I get scared that we don't have enough food, but we've had way too much. So.
Good morning. We are back on trail, just over a mile into today's hike. Had a wonderful stay at the Holiday Inn Express last night. Great Mexican food.
We weren't able to stay awake for the game.
Yeah, Christy was snoring before the game even started. I caught the first half of the game and fell asleep, and then woke up with 7 minutes to go in the second half. I saw that Texas was up by almost 20, and I was comfortable going back to sleep. Hook 'em horns. We had a great experience this morning, so we arranged to have a shuttle driver pick us up, and really, I think it was God speaking to us. This was a Christian gentleman, 73 years old, been hiking for many, many years. His trail name is Encourager. He did hike the AT, I believe, in 2016, and he usually hikes between 2,000 and 3,000 miles every year. But he just shared some experiences with us and some helpful tidbits, reminders specifically about snakes. We didn't realize that they are out already this year. Rattlesnakes, copperhead snakes, and just kind of reminded us to get in the habit of looking around you before you sit down on logs, and looking around before you pick something up off the ground. They will come out on trail. There's been many people who've seen them on trail. The chances of getting bitten are very low, but it does happen. People have been bitten in the past, and we certainly want to do our part to avoid that. Not only did he share his reminders and his stories about the trail, he prayed for us this morning for good health and safety, and specifically prayed for Christy's feet. Those of you who hiked the Camino with us know that she's always had issues with her feet, arches of her feet. So she's been taping them every day. She's still feeling great, but usually around mile 4 or 5, she starts to feel the pain in her feet. But just had some prayers this morning for her health and for her feet. But you can see her now, she's booking it.
Okay, we just stopped for lunch. We're excited because we packed out sandwiches from the deli at the grocery store, and they look yummy, and they also weigh about 7 ounces each, so we're excited to get rid of that weight. Alright, so we desperately are in need of some water. We don't have the best water source, but we're making it work. We only carry 1 liter of water with us, so like right now we just finished the water we had. We're gonna fill our bottles, drink hopefully another bottle, and then refill and head out.
We're gonna test on how well our filters work. Lots of debris in there, and as you can see, it's got a brown tint to it.
Yummy.
So you saw how brown that water was in the collection bag, and this is what it looks like after it's been filtered. Chrissy thinks it tastes better than the hotel water, huh?
Yes.
All right, another major milestone. We just crossed into North Carolina, and how you feeling?
I feel good.
The problem is she's still in Georgia and I'm in North Carolina. That's why she's feeling good. All right, we're about 8.5 miles into today's hike and got a couple big climbs coming up. It's 3:30 in the afternoon and 1,000 feet in elevation to go as we finish out today's hike, but
One state down.
13 more to go.
So this is the most photographed tree on the Appalachian Trail.
All right, we are doing our second big climb. Really steep. You can kind of see the trail conditions, pretty rocky. Oh, goodness. Not sure if North Carolina does this on purpose or not, but boy, it's climbing these mountains here, straight uphill, doing switchbacks, but they are really steep. I'm not sure if you get perspective, but there's Christy up there, and that's where I came from down there, but we're trekking along, all is well. All right, first major view in North Carolina. Beautiful.
Okay guys, we are in for the night.
Both in our cozy sleepwear.
Today, for me, was the hardest day, I think. It was pretty rough.
Yeah, I think today we had climbed 4,300 feet in total elevation, over 11.6 miles, and that's the most elevation that we've climbed since being out here. Today's day 11, and I don't know, it's when we hit North Carolina, for some reason it just felt like everything was so steep.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they didn't really have a lot of switchbacks. It was just, or they don't. It's just
Yeah.
like straight up.
the 3 big hills to end the day. Luckily, each got easier as we went along, but got settled into camp, had mashed potatoes and stuffing for dinner.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
You want to tell them about getting into our campsite?
Oh my goodness. So we planned on coming to this particular shelter area campsite, and we found a nice little spot. It's right along the little creek here.
It's actually like the only spot left.
Right. And right in the middle of the tent site, I noticed 2 piled rocks. And I'm like, that's odd. So I kicked the rocks over, and there was loose dirt underneath it. And I just moved some dirt, and then right away I could see toilet paper, and somebody had used a cat hole, buried their poop right in the middle of our tent site.
Oh, of a tent site. Yes.
This tent site, yes, yeah. And so what does the best husband in the world do?
Well, we thought about moving on. We would have had to walk another 0.7 miles.
And we had no idea what the conditions were going to be. This site,
And it was already like 5:30 at this point.
This site sheltered from the wind, so it's in a good spot.
Yes, so the best husband in the world relocated the cat hole.
Yes. Yeah, I dug it up and had to move it somewhere else, but good thing it was covered in dirt, most of it.
Yeah.
But
So anyways, but we're cozy now. I think it's 8 o'clock, and that's considered hiker midnight.
Yeah.
So we're about to go to
going
sleep.
to bed.
All right.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.